Okay, greetings everybody. This is Sandra Know Yourself, and it is dream time. I told you guys that I was going to start sharing a lot of my dreams with you guys, and so I'm just so I guess you can say honored to be able to have dreams, because I know it's a gift, and also in the dreams there are messages. And I know a lot of people don't believe in dreams, but that's okay. To each his own. I do, and I'm grateful for my dreams. And so, in this dream, I seen where I was like in this church, right? Well, I was walking in this church, and I remember seeing inside of the church. I could see, like, the brown benches and stuff that go straight across, and then they have the little cushion pillow, um and the pillow color was blue. I don't know if that mean anything, but it was, I just remember the blue going all the way across, and the brown wooden, wooden pew, the wooden seats or whatever, right? So in the church you got this aisle, and then you got this other side over here where it's the same, seats and everything, same color and everything like that. So as I was walking into the church, right, I seen my sister, right? And my sister, she was sitting like in the middle aisle, but she was in the middle aisle but at an end seat. So I was walking in. When I walked in, I can see very few people. I seen a very few. I seen a few at the front, very few, a very few on the right side or whatever. And she was like, I guess on the left side, but in the middle. And then right behind her, where my sister was sitting, there was some empty seats. And I'm talking about like 4 or 5 empty rows, empty. Nobody sitting. But then at the back, way at the back, I seen, some people sitting at the back, familiar faces, that I saw. And I know who I saw, but, like I say, familiar faces. And so I walked in, and then I seen my sister, she was crying, right? And it was one familiar person that was on side of her, but not right on side of her, but sitting on that same row. So it was a gap between that person and my sister. So I, went around that person, and I went and sit on side of my sister, and I began to hug her. And when I hugged her, as she was crying, I started crying. She told me she loved me, and I told her that I love her too. So we were both embracing each other, and we was crying, right? Just it was, to be honest with you, it was very beautiful. I know it was sad, or something was saddening. She was sad about something, but that's the part that I couldn't really remember, but I kind of have an idea, especially by me seeing the big gap between, like, nobody sitting like behind her, and the person that was sitting on the same row that she was sitting on, my sister was sitting on. I didn't see that, when I come in, my sister was crying. I didn't see that nobody was trying to console her or anything like that, so I went to console her. But so anyway, after that, the dream changed. It was a little bit more to that dream, but I'm just gonna leave that part right there. And then it changed, and then I can see where it was like some kind of event or meeting or something after that, and I seen a lot of food and stuff being served and everything. And then some other things that took place too, that just didn't really make any sense. But the main thing is, I seen where it was like a fight broke out, and I remember telling the two people that was fighting, I saw exactly who it was, that y'all are kin folks. Why are y'all doing that? Y'all need to stop. And so, to the whole thing, it just kind of made me make me understand, which, like I said, was more than that. But at certain times, when a person lose a loved one, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a mother, a father, or a sister, or brother, any relative, kinfolks, uncle, whoever. That's when family is supposed to come together. That really, family is supposed to be together before something like this take place, but not wait till something take place and then come together. But it's really sad when a person lose a loved one and then the family divide and separate. When they separate, that's not a good sign, especially when that's the time when people need to start showing love to each other. Like go hard on showing love and reaching out. But nowadays that don't happen. And that's why sometimes I sit up and I think, whatever happened to the love? What happened to the love? It's really sad. But when our raised by my grandmother and grandfather, they was the matriarchs and the patriarchs, and I'm telling you, it was so different and so much love. This generation now, I don't know what's going on with this generation, but it's like it really make you feel like somebody done sold their soul, because the love is not there anymore. But the main thing is about that dream, I guess I wanted to share, is because, to be honest with you, even though my sister was crying in the dream, it really strengthened me too, that I was, able to be with her in the dream. As everybody know that, I'm a truck driver and I stay on the road, or was staying on the road a lot of time. But people don't know the relationship that I had with my sister. My sister that we had, and there was a lot of time my sister called me while I was on the truck, and she told me a lot of things. So it's not that I owe nobody no explanation, but at the end of the day, where is your love at? Where is the love? It's a lot of time people done got so evil and so wicked, and especially when someone transition and they don't speak out on what happened to the person when they really know what happened to the person. And that's where I have a problem with that. So at the end of the day, you can say and hide behind the churches like you so holier than thou Christians or whatever, but just know karma is going to come back around. What you do in the dark is going to come to the light, and it's going to come back and bite you in your AZZ, if you know what I mean. Because you do not sit back and see, know, hear something and don't say anything. That's so many red flags. But at the end of the day, I love my sister. I know my sister loved me, and I can say a little more, but I know this message will get to who it need to get to, because you never know who's going through the same thing. It's sad, like I say, when you lose a loved one and your family divides. All of a sudden, nobody did nothing to nobody, but all of a sudden, strangely, people stop talking to you or whatever because you start asking questions. So that's where I'm at this point, and I don't care who don't like it. I'm gonna speak my truth. Ashe, one love. See you in the next dream. Ashe.